Well, good morning, everyone. It looks like we got a visitor at the gate. I was just getting ready to step out and see if my water collection devices had anything in it, and then I heard him pulling up. So I'm kind of just waiting to go back out, waiting to go out. Anyway, he doesn't look too interested in, this is me right here. He doesn't look too interested in actually coming in. So I just woke up. It's about 7:30. And yeah, and I'm completely out of water. So this is my situation right here. I left a few water collection devices outside, and it looks like they might have water. But I'm just waiting until he actually pulls away. I think he's just hiding from whatever, smoking a cigarette or smoking whatever. But the water collection devices are, let's see if I can actually get them. You can kind of see them right there. Yeah. Okay. Come on, homie. Trying to get this camera. Yeah, there's two bottles right there. Looks like they might have picked up a little bit of rain, but not much. And then I just used my life straw. My life straw to actually, even though it's just rainwater and it's coming off, probably, I don't know, it's just coming off the roof. So anyway, I'm gonna get up. Hopefully drink what's in there. And the filter that I actually have is, like I said, these, hang on, let me put this down real quick. The facial tracking's not on, so I gotta manually adjust this by hand. Hopefully that's him leaving. Anyway, it's one of these, right? So you unscrew the back, and the top is like, this is basically my new one because this is a high flow one. Yeah, the Sawyer was not. It was a low flow, and that's just, it always seems like it's clogged up. Anyway, it screws on to the bottles. Well, it's supposed to, right? It's supposed to screw on to the bottles, the water bottles. And it does, the American water bottles, not the ones in the foreign countries. So just keep that in mind. And I bought this in a foreign country. So just keep that in mind that if you're gonna use one of these and you wanna screw it directly to the lid of one of the water bottles, I haven't tried the smaller ones, but I'm probably sure it's gonna be the same thing. You have to get a soda bottle, like a Mountain Dew bottle or a Pepsi bottle, something like that. And those will have the correct fitting for this. But how do I drink out of it then? Well, just use it like what's called a life straw, basically. And you just suck it up. Like, so pour the water in here and just suck it up. So anyway, guys, that's just my explanation. So I am using this, so all that carrying around. Because the officer, who was very polite, I called him a cop. He's not a cop. He's a rescue officer, which I'm pretty sure that's part of the police department. Anyway, he just got a focused job. I know our first responders, our rescue is usually, they're tied in with the fire department and, stuff like that. So, they're a separate division, usually from the police department altogether, but I don't think that's the same here. I'm not sure. I don't know. I had to Google it. Anyway, yeah, so I'm going to get down to the lakes. Not this one. The one's down that way. I still got, I think, I think 40 kilometers to get there. And I'm sure that they'll have someone there with a little place that I can pick something up. Nothing is showing up on Google Maps for like gas station or anything. And he said there's 100 kilometers from one gas station to the other. So if he says not much in between, but the fact is there's a resort in between. You know, if there's a resort, you figure someone's going to take advantage of the resort being there and open up some type of little restaurant or something that I can get some water in. Okay, but yeah, it got cold last night, guys. So I busted out my blanket. This one's a little thicker. They call it reusable. So I mean, it's still thin, but yeah. All right, well, it's time to get the morning going. So good morning, y'all. And it's time to get ready for another day. Day 3 on crossing East Coast back to West Coast. Bye. Well, it's not a whole lot, but it's definitely to give me a little hydration in the morning. So this is all rainwater, so it doesn't really need to be pre-filtered. But I do carry around a tight woven bandana, that's been woven really tight, almost like a cheesecloth. The last one I had was not very well woven, but this one, so like if it's a little bit dirtier water with stuff in it, send it through this first. I mean, it never hurts to do it with this, but the dirt that you see is on the outside, so there's nothing on the inside. So I don't really need to pre-filter that. So it's just basically a matter of, pouring it into something that I can suck out of, like that, and you can see how clear that is. Yeah, there's nothing floating around in there. Otherwise, I would use the bandana. Then it's just simply, these are awesome to have. These are like I would say a must, because this will only be the second time that I've had to use it. But when you have to use it, like I said, water's top priority. Water trumps everything else. I mean, except for like your layering of your clothes and your shelter. But water is the top of the line. Everything else can wait. So it's just, yeah, the flow rate on this one's way better. It's not like you're sucking a golf ball through a garden hose like the Sawyer. Sawyer has a high flow too. I just couldn't find it in Japan until after I bought the low flow one, and then the high flow. I saw the high flow one, and Japan's one of those places you can't really return anything either. A lot of foreign countries seem to have a no return policy on all their stuff, which is kind of weird, unless it's broken. I think it has to be actually broken before they'll take anything back. Yeah, that's it, guys. If it would have been raining, like these things, this was the only one that was actually filled up. That was just the residue of what was still dripping off the roof overnight. But I should have probably set up the water collections a little earlier. But, I kind of spaced it. I did catch it while it was still raining a little bit, but like I said, it didn't come down super hard. It rained, but it didn't come down super hard. All right, guys, I'm going to start packing up. Oh, and by the way, yeah, the water filters, put those in your bag just because there's other tricks to do to avoid, like I'm not going to eat this morning, because if you have food in your body, it takes moisture, it takes water to actually process that food, so it's best not to eat anything. Don't take vitamins. And yeah, no caffeine and stuff like this, because the caffeine has a tendency to make you pee more, and instead of retaining the water for a longer period, you're expelling that water. So there's little tricks that you can do like that, but honestly, the best thing to do is just always carry a lot of water on you. So, you know, all right. All right, guys. Good morning. Okay, one last look here at the place I camped last night. It's time to go find a water source to get hydrated. And yeah, so the journey continues, guys. Let's hope the bicycle will make it. Ooh, that didn't sound good. Yeah, that's my chain making all that noise. I gotta figure out, I'm gonna have to stop when I get out of elephant country. And so if I stop pedaling, that's bad. I gotta figure out if I can do something to fix that. Man, I made it, guys. I made it this rickety little bicycle up all them hills. Made it to the spot. Get some water, something to eat. Hello, brother. And yeah, here's the signage. Oh man, I only went 20 kilometers, but all uphill, guys. This was the one spot, the one rest spot. The rescue officer yesterday was telling me about. So going that 20 kilometers, it was rough. And it whooped the crap out of me. But right now I'm gonna hydrate up. Like I said, I went that distance with no water, just a little bit of that rainwater that I drank this morning. And so I need to get hydrated, I need to get some fuel in me. And I need to rest just for a while. That was hard. There was only one significant downhill, but then it was followed by another uphill. And yeah, on top of that, looking at the bushes, thinking, is here an elephant or a tiger gonna come out on me? So anyway, I made it here, guys. I'm gonna go get some liquids in me. Ooh, check out the view before I head in. All right, see what the restaurant's like. I gotta turn up the brightness of the screen. I can't really see what I'm filming until I step into a shadowy area. All right, oh, they got a full-size grocery store here. Nice. And I'm going to start with a cold one. Come back for more. And a water and a Red Bull. And they got stingers too. I'll be careful. I'm going to just get hydrated first. And then I'm gonna go get something to eat. So I'm so happy to be here.
Well, like I said, you never should order food when you're hungry. But these are really good priced. This was the nasi lemak just straight up was only like 4 ringgit, and with the chicken, it was only 8 ringgit. And then I got a teh for I think it was 2.5 ringgit. So, yeah, a whole meal, and I'm just super ecstatic to be to have this. I mean, it looks like everything else along the way was kind of closed down, but they probably had these at several places. Like the place that I slept at last night, it just happens to be didn't do good or whatever. I'm thinking that probably COVID had a big impact, you know. Well, I know it did on a lot of these things, but yeah, just to have this, even though it was only 20, kilometers, it's, it's been a while since I've done an uphill, and yeah, so getting back on the saddle is kind of a hard thing to do. But yeah, no, I'm super grateful to have one of these along the way, because after this I don't think there's really much for a while again. So I'm going to stock up on water this time. That's the main concern. But I'm going to enjoy this meal. I might as well dig in. It's funny, for being one of the only things out here, it's not like they're trying to gouge you on price or anything. They're a very good price. I mean, 4 ringgit for nasi lemak, or even 8 with the, because these are healthy pieces of chicken. Look at this. That's not a small piece of chicken that they're giving you. And I mean, if you want to do a size comparison to my hand, that's a good size meal. But anyway, guys, yeah, it's slow moving because of just how much uphill, downhill, or no downhill, just uphill the whole way. And so I'm gonna sit, enjoy this, and then head out. And I realized something yesterday. I'm very, very, very lucky because I don't plan my trips. There's a greater chance of me actually ending up in bad situations, which I have a lot in the past. Because if you plan out your trips and you know exactly where you're going and stuff, you more or less take out a big part of your danger element, but you also take out a large part of your freedom to move around and do what you want to do. So not planning comes with its risks, and one of those was last night. If I decided to keep pushing past that point, one, the weather would have gotten me soaked enough, right? And it was cold enough last night to just be a completely miserable night, but there was nothing after that. It was just jungles on the right and onto the left. So it would have been a lot more dangerous for me to actually be sleeping in the jungle, basically. And I would have been hard pressed to find anywhere, to actually put up a hammock. So I kind of really did luck out. I really did luck out, because I'm one of those stubborn type of people that would have just kept pushing forward, thinking that there would be something else that I could find, another abandoned structure or something. So take note of that place if you're coming through. Anytime recent, it was a good spot to camp. And honestly, if you want to go right past that little gate, you just open up the gate yourself and drive in and drive out. There's a lake down there, and I think it looks like possibly people boondock, like a small spot that you can actually park and stay in your car if you want. But anyway, because you can actually do the road view. Someone took the camera down there, so you look on Google Maps road view. You'll see what I'm talking about. Anyway, guys, cheers, and after this, back on the road. looks like we got the military. Awesome. It's going on 3 o'clock and I'm just getting back out on the road here. So I'm all hydrated up. I'm all hydrated up. I got a full belly of food, liquids, and my bicycle's still running like crap, man. But luckily this is all downhill. Well, a lot of it's going to be downhill. So the easy part's fairly behind me. You can hear that down below. I don't know how much longer this bicycle will be with me, how much farther I can get on it, but I'm gonna just push it until I can't push it no more. It is beautiful out here though. Definitely a nice bicycle ride. I would only hope to have a little bit more of a shoulder in some spots. But it's definitely a jungle route. Wow, I had to stop and get some of this. This is gorgeous right here. Look at the clouds with the offset of the jungle on this side. Look at this. And I'm at a safe, nice height up in the air. I don't have to worry about them Republicans jumping out of the bushes at me. But yeah, no, I mean, that's beautiful. And my hands are kind of, I was messing with my chain to try and figure out what was going on, because what it is, the freewheel and back, is sticking, right? So when I stop pedaling up front, it's not just being a freewheel anymore. It's trying to keep pushing the chain forward, which causes it to jump off the the socket, you know. So it's like so yeah, that's no fun. So the chain keeps derailing because when I stop pedaling and when I get back on, the initial first, like, you know, half stroke or to almost a full stroke is just the slack in the chain tightening back up. So it's hard, it's almost impossible to get a going start on this. You got to do that first before it actually catches. So yeah, but man, what a beautiful sky. We'll get there anyway, guys. It's just, this bike is definitely starting to earn a reputation of being the next Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. It's starting to get its scars. Wow, this is nice out here. Oh. And there's a lot more downhill. Okay. This is the hard part right here. There's one missing. Now I'm kind of committed because I got a camera in one hand and the handlebars in the next. So I'm kind of committed to this downhill now. Let's see if I can stop somewhere with one brake, which is, come on now, without having to stick down my foot. There we go. It's coming too. I'll definitely have to stick down the foot here, guys. One of those hills that needs two hands to brake. Get off the road. Now I can put away the... See, that's what I'm talking about. It's like everything's a process. I gotta stop, but only have one brake. This needs two brakes to actually slow down. Gotta stick down my foot, pull over the side. Got the mic on, right? I learned just to keep the mic on my shirt and just turn it off. And actually, it's got a really good battery. So I'm actually happy with this investment. DJI, actually, I haven't really been upset at any of the investments. Some of the accessories just ended up being something I didn't need. But overall, yeah, this has been a workhorse. But it's been so much of a workhorse, I'm probably going to want to trade it in for a new one before the year expires. Just because I know I can, because there's little, like, I have that problem with the screen, you know. So I'm just going to keep working, keep using it until it's about ready to expire, then go get a new one. But that requires me to go back to Vietnam. So I'm going to figure out how to do that later. Well, I made it down to Royal Bellum State Park, and right now it's let's see, it's 4:30, and I figured I'd jump off my bicycle and get some pictures of the park. Well, it looks like the water level's pretty low. Anyway, guys, I'm going to keep on pushing ahead. It's 4:30. I want to get as many kilometers as possible. A lot more downhill. There was some uphills that were kind of a struggle, and it rained on me pretty hard. But because of the blue skies behind those clouds, it just means the sun will eventually pop back out. So no big deal. As long as my camera and my phone stay dry. Right down there is the main island, or the main road. The bridge is just right to the left of it. I'm on Banding Island, so at least that's the name. I decided, so I came across the bridge here, and I started pulling down this way, but I got off and started looking at my phone. It's 4:50 right now. Means it's time to start looking for a campsite, and this came up as a possible ability around this area. It does actually say camping grounds. It doesn't say what. It doesn't look like a pay for facility, but also it doesn't look like a camping ground when you throw it in satellite view. It looks like a fishing area. So anyway, I'm going to go out there and check it out. There's a viewpoint too. Anyway, I'm just starting to, I need to look for a spot to lay my head tonight. And I figured if I'm on Banding Island, the safety goes up because it's an isolated island and there's not going to be elephants and tigers. There'll be fallen trees, but there shouldn't be any elephants I need to worry about, or tigers, and if there is, not on an island. Definitely not a tiger. They would have removed the tiger and relocated it by now. And the same with the elephants. So, but I have been wrong before, like all the time. Okay. Yeah, that spot back there, wasn't it? Looks like we go from paved, now we're going into dirt road. So it gets smaller and smaller, which is good. That means it'll be a little more private, you know, kind of out far enough where no one can hear me scream. Okay, we're going forward. Nice sounding bottom bracket. It looks like it kind of goes back to, don't know what that is. Had a signage. I should probably go back and read it, see what the sign says. Anyway, I'm going out to, see, it's called Gadong View, and hopefully they'll have like a pond dock or something like that set up. It just wraps around to the same spot. Okay, where those signs were. I hate these sticks. It's only a matter of time. And there's the old pond duck. So much for the pond duck. Or maybe it's an old restroom. Okay, let's see what this says. Oh, it's about botany. It's about, yeah, it's about botany. It's in English and Malay. And what they derived from colognes. Looks like polo. Huh. Nice. A little history up here. So this doesn't say this is the viewpoint, but I don't, is it like hiking past this point? I mean, it's a drop after this. See the rope? So I'm assuming to get to the viewpoint, I would have to climb down, but I can't take my bicycle down that way. So yeah, I think it's an overgrown trail to get out there. So my choice, maybe that's a road over there. Hang on. That looks like a road, possibly. Maybe I'm just overlooking the road because it's overgrown. Yeah, it is. That's a road. You are an adventurer. Yay. Hang on. That's kind of cool. They got little signs along this walk going out to the viewpoint. And it's starting to rain on me a little, but yeah. So yeah, it's nice. It's in both languages. So it's cool. Yeah, and a nice little nature walk. Hopefully they'll have like a nice structure up there that I can hang my hammock from. And right there we have a wildlife cam or a trail cam, whatever you want to call it. And I'm assuming it's just to monitor. It's not hidden, so I mean, monitor either the types of animals that come in and out of this area or the type of people. But it looks like I'm right at the viewpoint. I'm the blue dot. There's where Google has the viewpoint, but if you notice, Google's not right about the road, so it's about the same distance. So I'm gonna look up and over that thing and see if that's where the trail ends. Well, I ditched the bike. Nice view. So this is Gadong View. They have, went by another trail cam. They have these along the way. Ah, look at that. So if I keep following this like a stubborn mule that I am, and all it's gonna do is take me all the way back around and down that way. Yeah, no thank you. Distance, approximately 6 kilometers, okay? Max available. The max elevation is 420 meters. Sorry, catching my breath here. Average temperature, lows of 24 and highs of 35. Wind direction, northeast. Oh, that's good. Average sunrise and sunset, 7:10 and 7:10. You know what? I'm just going to call that good. I made it up to the viewpoint, and I don't see a spot to camp. It's just more trail that goes all the way around. Awesome trail though. And yeah, it was getting too steep back there. I'm like, I don't even know if this is actually worth it. So yeah, look at this. That's a beautiful. You can definitely see how it was a river at one time. Anyway, guys, there you go. Gadong view. Now look at them clouds. All right, guys, I'm gonna head back down and find a spot a little lower. Like I said, this is still a good area and everything. It's just once I started hitting a steeper incline, I decided, well, I just left mine by the trail cam down there, the second one. So trail cams are probably like if someone goes out hiking and goes missing, they don't have to walk the whole dang trail, 6 kilometers. That they could just, I mean, you could do this on a dirt bike though, no problem. But who knows up farther, it might not, maybe not. And the kickstand wouldn't have been of any use on this terrain. So I mean, the bike's already falling apart. So you just lay it on its side. All right, time to jump on the rolls, can hardly. Rolls down one hill, can hardly get up the next. The search is on for a campsite. Whoa! And that was a widowmaker that I just shaked loose. Damn near hit me in the head. Yeah, that wouldn't have felt good at all. And trying to see if these. Yeah, that's not a joke actually, because I know someone that was camping down by the river when we were all doing gold down at when we were gold panning and stuff down at the Bear River over in Colfax, which is at the base of Donner's Pass in California, at the base of the mountains. But he went a ways out to a tent that was basically set up in a good area to actually do panning and stuff, but you actually had to follow the trail in. And one windy day, really windy, something broke free. I'm not sure if it was a limb that came down on him or if the whole tree came down on him, but regardless, he got a limb into the shoulder, and which kind of like it stuck him. And he thought he wasn't sure what to do because he told me he was pinned, right? I don't know if he meant like pinned because it was just a large branch or whatever, but it was eventually he had to remove it and walk out of there. And because it was so far out, and us being homeless people, right? Homeless gold panners, no one really thought of it. You know, no one thought, you don't tell someone, hey, I'm going out to do this, right? They might know where you're going, but they don't think anything of it if you're gone for like a week or something because you're out looking for gold. So yeah, and you don't inform the authorities. So what just happened can happen on a larger scale and come down on you and, well, wipe you out. That's why they're called widowmakers. So yeah, that's not something to ever joke. Anytime you actually set up anything like that, like a tent or something, look ahead, look above you and see if there's any branches, because that wasn't just a widowmaker hanging in the tree. That was a branch that just broke off because I shook the tree. So it's a good idea to give them a shake too. All right, guys, that's all. Yeah, those trail cams are everywhere. That's actually, so I missed at least one or two of that. One that I saw on the way back, so that was 3 that I actually missed. Like I said, I don't really mind the trail cams. I understand what they're for. It's for the fact is when someone goes missing, you go find out if they went up hiking in that direction. But it looks like the spot I'm going to actually camp is right by the trail cam. So I don't know how often they check it, but they do check it. Let's see what the clouds look like here. I'm just walking down. I'm most likely going to set up on those trees, the one that just tried to take me out. There's only one little other branch that I kind of am concerned with. I shook it, trying to get it loose, but without just pulling out a rope, I might do that. I might pull out the rope and put a weight on one end and throw it over and try and pull that limb out. And it's still connected, but the only reason I counted out the steps, and it's exactly at it's at seven strides. So, and anything else I tried, like this is all bushwhacking really bad. Look at this. So, like to get back in here, that is full, homie. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's a few trees back there that are spaced properly away, apart, but this is just thick ass jungle, you know. So the spot that I'm looking at is so close to the road, is not, you know, yeah, you know what, I'm gonna take that spot. Might even have a fire. Have a fire on top of the road. All right, back to the tree that tried to kill me. Wow, look how beautiful this is out here though. So although the tree comes out where it gets me far enough for the hammock, these trees really don't afford me, these trees right here, don't really afford me to get my rain fly up. I mean, even if I had my rain fly right here, well, you know what? I'm going to have to do some type of weird configuration because this is going to have to be the spot I camp. So I'll just have to figure out maybe the smaller rain fly and just hope that it doesn't get really bad tonight. Yeah, just because the ground's good, and I could possibly have a fire right over here if I wanted to, because this is, just clear this off. I mean, I don't have to have a fire, but it'd be nice to have one for once. That's just street underneath. It's 6:22 right now. I decided to come down just a little farther and check out this road that I passed by earlier. I didn't film it, so this is supposed to be the road that goes down to the campsite down there. So I want to at least poke my head down there. And yeah, I didn't realize the trail that I was on, I was getting ready to camp at, coming out, there's actually is a gate there. Doesn't look like it's been pulled down in a long time, but there's 2 trail cams there. So they definitely highly monitor. I mean, that's a lot of trail cams, but this spot's just a little outside of it. So maybe they prefer to everybody camp out here, and that's why they have it listed as a camping ground. So I'm gonna follow that hunch and see if there's a good spot to camp out here. So straight down the road and you end up, it looks like a jetty. There's this. Yeah, it looks like a little way down here. And what's it? Well, I'll get a nice view while I'm here. Lots of houseboats. Wow, look at that one. That one's big. That big old gray one. Oh, that's probably the one that's listed as like you can rent a spot to stay in it and stuff like that. But yeah, it looks like boats. And let's see what's on the other side. See what Google Maps actually had marked out here. This is generator. It looks like a parking spot for the boats, people to access their boats. And that looks like, wow, I don't think you can see that. How do you even get out there? Okay, I think this was the access to that over there. That one's definitely... Sorry, I hit the wrong thing. I was trying to turn it around and I hit off. That's like a houseboat that fell apart. The only way I can see getting over there, it looks like they blocked the access that would have been to it at one time. Or maybe that's just to stop cars from falling over. The only access that I could actually do to get over in that area, because that's what's marked off as a camping area, would be go down to the beach area. But I'm not going to get my bike down these stairs and then around. So, yeah, I guess I could leave my bicycle up here and pack all the stuff, but I don't even know what's over there. Looks like just an abandoned houseboat type thing. So yeah, no go on this. It's just no go on this one because there's nothing to actually, I don't see anything to actually, no area to camp. So why is it listed as a camping ground? I have no idea. So, oh well. Just back to the other place. It's the end of the day. Why are you still here? Alright guys, I'm done. It's the end of the day. I'm done. So, I got my rain fly up. I got the big rain fly up. There was plenty of, I was able to, since there was plenty of room between the two trees, I was able to offset it in this direction more and get past those trees. So I got it pinned on, well, using a log behind, and I drove 2 stakes. Let's see if you can see them. Yeah, you can kind of see one stake there and one stake there. Drove them into the ground, so it's holding it up. Yeah, it's not the tightest, but when I sat in when I sat in come on, light. When I sat in my hammock, it pulled the trees closer together, which made the whole thing sag down. So that's how I got the droop. And anyway, this light's annoying me. Yeah, day's over. So when I was actually earlier, when I was coming off the trail, someone pulled up on a car. He was from Chicago, believe it or not. He was with a girl, and they're just kind of cruising around. He actually invited me to stay at his house in the next town down when I get over there tomorrow. He gave me his number and stuff, but he also dropped me off some food. So let's see what town that is. So he gave me some food before he left, and that was pretty nice. Yeah, the town of Garrick. So he's there in Garrick, which is 44 kilometers. He's like, yeah, you can, he's like, I got to come back here to this spot. And he goes, well, I'll be here till 3, and then, Garrick, you can stay at the house and take a shower and all that stuff. So I might actually take him up on that. That was pretty nice of him. He was talking about throwing my bicycle in the back of his car, but what I'm going to try and do is, my bicycle wouldn't fit in the back of his car. I'm pretty sure we could wedge it in there, but I'm going to just try and get over to Garrick tomorrow. He should be getting back around 3, and if I actually break down somewhere in between and the bicycle doesn't want to go anymore, I'll give him a call and tell him, hey, on your way back, can you stop and pick me up? And I'll do that. And I figure by then maybe we could wedge it into his car. So that's good. So it was nice meeting nice people. It's super cool. And yeah, it just happens to be that's 44 kilometers, probably going to be about the perfect distance for tomorrow. And after that, I only have one more day to get to the coast, I think. So anyway, I'm going to eat. Yeah, he gave me food. I peeled some garlics. He gave me some type of, looks like sausage. Hopefully it's beef or chicken. It is a Muslim country, so I know there is pork here, but I'm not it's mostly, when you end up with the sausage, you end up with chicken sausage or
beef sausage. So, just me. I mean, if I end up eating pork and I don't know it, then who cares? You know, don't ask, don't tell. But yeah, I still don't have a big liking for pork. So, all right, guys, that's my senseless ramble for right now. And yeah, it's going to be a good night. And, yeah, tomorrow it is 44 kilometers to Garrick. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, 44 kilometers to Garrick tomorrow. All right, good night, y'all. Peace and sweet dreams.